So here are the 4 steps that you need to take. Step number 1, you need to tithe 10%. Before you pay any bills or you spend any of your money, you need to give God His part. Why? Because tithing is what we're commanded to do. You'll hear people say, it's not in the New Testament. Jesus never taught tithing. Yes, He did. Jesus Himself said, you should tithe, yes. But don't leave the weightier matters of the law undone. But it didn't mean that He didn't want that to be done. That's why He said, you should tithe. Paul taught tithing. Yeah. And here's what's interesting. Tithing was not part of the ceremonial law or the civil law. It was part of the moral law. Abraham tithed before there was a law. So did Isaac and Jacob. Yeah. Why should we tithe? Pastor, if you're having financial problems, why in the world would you tell someone with financial problems to tithe? They're already hurting. Well, I'll tell you why. 90% blessed by God goes a whole lot further than 100% cursed. I don't know how it works, but I can promise you, Lisa and I have always tithed. And God has always taken care of our needs and always gone above and beyond what we needed. I don't know how God does it, but He does it. And so one day I'm looking at this and I just realized, you know what? 90% blessed by God goes a whole lot further than 100% cursed. And the reason I say you pay God first is because it's the principle of first fruits. The book of Leviticus says that tithing is first fruits. Now let me give you the principle of first fruits if you don't know what the principle of first fruits is. The principle of first fruits states that by virtue of who God is, He deserves the best of everything and the first of everything. That's why in the Old Testament, if you didn't tithe first and you kept some of it to help pay your bills, but you paid it back later, you had to pay 20%. Why? Because you didn't give it as first fruits. So the very first thing you do, you get that paycheck, 10%. If you teach your kids to do that when they're young, they'll always do it and they'll never count on it. The reason it's so hard for many of you and you're fearful is because you count on that. What if God doesn't come through? Teach your children to do it and they won't ever have to worry about that. That's good teaching, Pastor Allen.